Okay guys, this is going to be real quick. Having problems with recording this, so first of all, make sure you've got 7-zip or WinRAR or a program like that, and secondly, go to the link in the description. It'll take you to the ArmA page to download this. Click either one. I'm not going to because I already have it. Next, it's going to ask you what you want to open it with. You're going to choose 7-zip or WinRAR or whatever you have, and it'll look like that. Click and drag it onto your desktop. Right click on it, cut it. You want to put it in your game folder, so find it in your directory. Mine's on Steam. Create a folder called My Add-ons. Right click and paste it here. Mine's already there, and that's how it should look. Okay, that's the first part. What you can do now is start up your game. Okay guys, once you've started up your game, go to configure and expansions, and you're going to want to make sure that you've got A-10C checked. Make sure it's enabled. Okay, and you are going to click restart now. I am not, because it's already enabled for me. So once you've restarted your game, you need to go back into configure, go to controls, go to custom controls, and scroll all the way to the bottom. Click user action 20, and you need to choose whichever you prefer out of all of these here. Click and drag it onto this side. Okay, I honestly prefer the left control and primary mouse button. It's just really the easiest. Yeah, so once you've done that, hit OK, and let's see if it works. You can place it down as blue 4, or you can put an empty one down. I'm just going to do this one instead, because I'll already be in the plane and I can show you everything from there. We'll preview it. Alright, you're in your plane. This is still an alpha version, guys, so everything still needs to be, touched up. Peral is currently working on it. He's done a very good job so far. But yeah, let me show you how to start this baby up. There's an order which you need to follow in order to have this thing go. Other people have different ways of starting it up. I tried their ways and I just struggled to get that switch over there to flick, and yeah, it just didn't work. So if you follow this way, it should work. It worked for all my other friends, so it should work for anyone else. So yeah, first things first, I chose left control and primary mouse button, so that's what I need to click. I need to hold in left control and I need to click it. This is the order, so follow this order. You've got your engine fuel flow switches. You hit those first, your left and your right one. Okay, next is your left main boost pump and your right one. Then you go to your left wing boost pump and your right one. Okay, that's your left side done for now. Move over to your right side. Put your battery on, your emergency flood, your inverter, your AC generator, left and right. Then oxygen lever, flick that up. Now if you want you can do this now or later. Click on canopy. So now your canopy shuts closed. This isn't something you have to do. You can just click that. It's pretty cool. You just field test, you know. Anyway, after that, move back to your left side and arm your ejection seat. If you don't, you won't be able to eject out if you have an emergency. Next, put your APU on. You'll hear the sound come on. I was told to wait for it to go off and then continue flicking the rest of the switches, but you don't have to. I continue and it all still works perfectly fine. Once you've clicked your APU start button, you can go over and activate your APU generator. Once you've done that, like now, as you've noticed, the sound's gone away. It doesn't matter, you can still just continue. Next, you hit your left engine operator switch and your right one as well. Okay, now you take a look at these gauges over here. These are your thrust gauges. That's your left one and that's your right one. When you push your left one forward, that little arm will work its way all the way up to 100. That means it's good to go. So let's have a look. First is your left throttle. There we go, and good to go. And right throttle, good to go. Once you've done that, you can now turn off your APU generator and your engine will start. Don't forget to turn off your APU start, which is that button on its own. It's now just hidden behind his hand because it's been pushed forward. You want to click that as well. Okay, so now your engine's started, your canopy is closed, you're almost ready to go. What you need to do next is work on your front panel. We're done with this bottom panel now. Now we need to work on this front panel in front of us. First, turn on your CICU switch, which turns on your computers basically. What you need to do next is hit all these safety switches, because once you're in the air you cannot press any buttons. Hopefully Peral can fix it up. But yeah, once you're in the air you are not able to hit these safety buttons, therefore you cannot use your weapons. So after you've hit those, turn that computer on. You can move through all the different you've got stats, so if your engine or something gets damaged it will appear red over there, I assume. I don't think this works just yet, it's a bit buggy. I just like to keep it on my weapons and ammunition. And on the right side you click it on. What you want to do is scroll and enable CCRP. That allows you to see a runway on that computer screen. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Let me explain this HUD to you quickly. At the top you've got your bearings. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. On the left we've got speed, and on the right we've got altitude. Now with this mod he has made it like real simulations, so your speed and all of that will not come up at the top of your screen showing you your speed and altitude. It's just, this is real simulation, so you have to look at it while you're inside your cockpit. So yeah, left side is speed, right side is altitude, bearings on the top, and here's your weapons at the bottom. If you hit F, you're changing to your different weapons. So master arm safe is obviously safety. Then you got your cannons and your rockets and missiles, bombs, and sidewinders, and safety on again. Now almost ready for takeoff, always make sure your canopy is closed, make sure these switches are flicked up so that your safeties are off, and you're pretty much ready to go. All you have to do next is scroll, put your flaps down, just so it helps you with the taking off, and you can start accelerating. See the runway there, or just look at it through the front. Once you're in the air, you'll feel maybe a bit of vibration. It only happens sometimes. Hit G and it'll bring your gear up. There is a custom sound to this, but it only comes after your gears have actually been put up. It's just a bit of work really. The sounds are pretty cool so far, except for the actual sound of the jet. It's a real fuzzy sound and it gets quite irritating. Every time you accelerate, this sound comes up. Yeah, let's have a look at the weapons. First up, we've got I think it's called the GAU-8 on low fire. Pretty cool, I love that sound, it's just awesome. Hit F again, and you've got a high fire. Shoots out a couple more. F again, that is your lock on to the ground. I think you've got 14 of those. Pretty much rocket pods. F again, you've got your AGMs. It's pretty cool because you can see them coming off of the aircraft itself. And here we've got bombs. Final one is GBUs. Bombs away. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention the sidewinders. Not a fan of those really. And yeah, back to safety mode. And one last thing, you can, instead of, like while you're in the air, if you want to change this computer screen, it's quite easy. All you have to do is scroll and say cycle left, and it will change that up. Cycle right, and it will change your right screen. Quite simple. Yeah, as you can see guys, it's still working on the stuff. It's not great, but it's pretty good for an alpha. Yeah. And then there's eject as well. That's where I'm going to end it. Hope this helped you guys out quite a bit, because I did struggle, and yeah, hopefully this helps you. Thank you for watching. Comment if you've got any more questions, and I can try and make more tutorials if you want. I don't usually do that, but just ask and I can see what I can do. Thanks for watching guys.